Here's how to stretch when working from home.
So working from home is an easy way to get a little bit stiff, to be stiff in the body, to stiffen up in those aches and joints, or muscles and joints even, because we generally don't have the right equipment, we don't have the right seats, and the monitors aren't set at the right distance and height and stuff as our health and safety officers would have done in the office for us. So it's a matter of using what we can when we're at home in terms of the office environment, or probably the kitchen table, or wherever you're working. So here are a few stretches you can do to just lengthen the body out again and just open you out after sitting down for potentially hours and hours. So one exercise or one stretch you can do is up, just lean across. And then the other side. A lot of tension can kind of form in this area because we end up sat for long periods of time, and all of this happens, this concavity, this concave, where you're creating this cavity here and your shoulders round back. We want to open that out. So one way you can stretch is on the wall and just making sure your flies are not undone, and then turning and getting a lovely stretch in the chest there. And the same the other side, so get on the wall and twist away from it. Get a lovely stretch here. Then we want the chest, so link the fingers, raise them up, lift. And then the other direction, here, out. And then let's go with a little bit of thighs here. The important thing with this thigh stretch is that when you're stretching, you keep the knees together, you're not leg is now here somewhere, your knees are together, and then this hip you want to drive forwards but keep these knees together, and you get that lovely stretch down the front of the thigh. And then the other side, here, nice stretch. And then foot out, toe up, here. And then other side. Nice stretch down the front, or the back of the leg even. And then we can go into the calf. Drive that back heel towards the floor. Point everything forwards. Point those toes forwards as well. And just really lean into that front knee. And then you go with the other side. Really lean forwards. and a bit of groin here. Lean into one side. This groin stretching the inside of that thigh there. And then the other side. At least 15 seconds for each of these stretches. Even set down for potentially a few hours. Okay, so just shake that out. Take that 5-minute break to just really reach and stretch. Because ultimately what's going on is when you sit for a long time, your spine compresses, so you want to just, ideally you're hanging off something, but otherwise just really reach up lovely and high, re-lengthen that spine. Take a few breaths. And then you can get back to your desk. All right, I hope those stretch tips help for if you're working at home, and maybe do it once every hour or so, just to keep you nice and nimble, as opposed to ending up like this for the foreseeable next week or weeks or months, however long this is going to take. All right, so just stand up nice and tall, or sit up nice and tall for as long as you can, and maybe every hour you could just set an alarm to remind you to get up and go for a stretch. All right.